Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in for what we consider a very special paranormal pit stop. Tonight, we'll be exploring an infamous and legendary 617-acre nature expanse located just west of the city of Cluj-Napoca, right near the open-air portion of the Ethnographic Museum of Transylvania, whose bounds stand today both as a popular recreation zone and as a dreaded dark tourism destination. Also commonly referred to as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania, surrounded in a wealth of ghost stories and rumored to harbor both the restless spirits of its many victims and also possibly darker, more evil presences, some of which may even predate mankind itself. Are you sure you're ready to brave the history and hauntings of the one and only Hoia Baciu? Historically, the title of oldest Neolithic archaeological site in Romania belongs to that of Gura Baciu, which is situated just near Hoia Baciu, and which is estimated to date back to circa 6500 BCE. Today, impressively, Gura Baciu is accepted by most researchers and historians as one of the best representations of some of Europe's earliest farms. Over the region's multiple millennia of habitation, the Hoia Baciu forest itself, which sits just outside of unofficial Transylvania capital city Cluj-Napoca, has built a massive reputation as a place haunted, cursed, and roamed by all manner of ghosts, cultists, cryptids, extraterrestrials, and presences incomprehensible to the human mind. The forest is said to derive its moniker from a shepherd by the same name who, while leading a flock of 200 or so, went missing within, while other versions of this story tell that this shepherd wasn't alone and that multiple peasants were either murdered or went missing as well, or that entire search parties were lost in a recovery effort. All renditions of this timeless fable follow similar plotlines otherwise. In more recent centuries, this ominous woodland has acted as center to a number of timeless legends, with local tales resulting in some refusing to even so much as set foot within its bounds, and instances of those who have disappearing, even further strengthening what may not be entirely superstition after all. One such popular anecdote tells of a young girl who entered Hoia Baciu long ago and disappeared for a whole 5 years before miraculously re-emerging unaged in the exact same untarnished clothing that she'd initially departed in, and with no recollection of where she'd been or that any time had even passed at all. Another odd account tells of the vanishing of a woman from the 15th century who carried with her a coin from her native era and was found by some renditions centuries later. This tale tells neither the woman nor her coin showed any effects of aging, time, or exposure to the elements. And once again, the victim in question had no recollection of where she'd been or that such a great span of time had even passed. As mentioned earlier, Hoia Baciu is shrouded in stories of encounters with extraterrestrials and of UFO sightings, and not without good reason. Through the late 1960s, biologist Alexandru Sift actually managed to snap some pictures of a flying saucer gliding amongst the expanse's many trees, and just a short time later, in 1968, another such craft would be photographed by a military technician traveling through the region. Additionally, supernatural phenomena experienced across this vast wilderness are all but common, and those who frequent it have told of disembodied footsteps that follow them through the brush, of spook lights that drift about at a distance, and of encounters with a range of apparitions in clothing spanning literally thousands of years back. Several have told of catching eerie faces in photographs, of encounters with shadowy figures, or of phantom screams or laughter that travel on the winds, while a handful of paranormal investigations, some performed by high-profile teams, have yielded high EMF levels, chilling EVPs, odd anomalies detected on thermal grids, and more. Honestly though, even without said assortment of associated tales of terror, Hoia Baciu just plain looks spooky, with its strange, twisting trees, some of which not even experts can explain, odd carvings, and inexplicable burn marks. Notably, there's even a spot in the heart of the forest that's marked by a perfect circle of trees within which no vegetation grows. While scientists have investigated this dead zone and have even tested its soil and surrounding elements, to date, no cause as to why it's seemingly incapable of hosting life have ever been uncovered. Over the years, several psychic mediums have claimed this strange void may be a portal to another dimension or to the afterlife, and nearby, especially after dark, several have told of the sightings of hominid shapes that roam about it, of UFOs that land within the clearing, and one documented incident even details when around 60 individuals individuals were witnessed within the circle seemingly performing some kind of occult ritual, possibly in attempts to open some sort of supernatural doorway. And really, who's to say this ritual didn't actually work? Because into more recent times, a handful of accounts paint a picture of Hoia Baciu's very trees acting maliciously and grabbing at or scratching passersby, of strange bouts of nausea or of disorientation, of rashes, headaches, burns, fevers, or of inexplicable fatigue, and even of memory loss, as if the forest itself is constantly chipping away at the very sanity of those who spend time amongst its old growth. Oh, and on a closing note, while we've literally just fed you a plate filled with disturbing diatribes and chilling ghostly tales that probably detract from the want or need to visit Hoia Baciu, we should probably clear up that unlike the days of old, this forest now sits just 20 minutes away from the major city of Cluj-Napoca and is easily reachable by local taxis, which frequently and happily make their way that direction, usually for tourists. While what you choose to believe in is ultimately up to you, it's also a fact that locals to Cluj-Napoca consider Hoia Baciu as significantly more than the Americanized haunt we all hear about overseas. While most citizens of Cluj-Napoca will be more than happy to share their favorite urban legends with visitors, Hoia Baciu is also treasured as a significant representation of Romanian culture and histories, and is a cherished wilderness area to hikers, bikers, and outdoorsmen alike, offering a range of multi-use trails and rec areas. Additionally, while the Balkans are sometimes recognized for their higher crime rates, Romania, and namely Cluj-Napoca, are considered exceedingly safe for travel, even more so than many larger and more familiar European countries and cities. Heck, even more so than a lot of neighborhoods right here in the US. So don't let any irrational concerns keep you from visiting what we consider one of the most iconic haunted forests on the planet. Maybe just don't stay out there too late. Thanks for joining us for this Paranormal Pit Stop. If you enjoyed hearing our histories and ghost stories, subscribe to our channel, like this upload, and share us with anyone you feel deserves a good scare. We'll catch you all next time.